What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse rants, no hate. So let me say to all of you guys, hope everybody's doing well. And listen, the question has come up because basically AJ versus Dubois 2. Everybody's, I've heard different things, and I haven't seen a video that confirmed anything yet. Somebody told me that it was confirmed. At this point, I'm not sure. Today is Wednesday, October 16th. So between today and tonight, I will check into it to see, find more information. Now, I did a live the other week. Suddenly just, decided to do it. And listen, we spoke about that even in that. So let me say in this video here, and that video was about, will Anthony Joshua ever become undisputed? Because that was always his goal, two-time unified, and just came up a belt short. Now, I said I have to see what Anthony Joshua looks like in a rematch, depending on the rematch, or what he looks like in a fight against another top guy. Now, beating another top guy has nothing to do with beating Daniel Dubois. Okay, so he got stopped by Dubois, and so basically, this is the guy that you want to jump back in there and fight. I don't know what's going on with the boxing community, man, where, I don't care if it's Teddy Atlas, I don't care who it is. All of these different boxing personalities are always talking about avoiding certain fights. But then they're quick to bring up the Ray Littards, the Ray Robinsons, the Joe Lewises, the Muhammad Ali, to talk about how they were special, different kind of men, and like these fighters have to do this and that. And they were already crowning Tyson Fury the greatest heavyweight of all times. And I'm saying, well, I don't really care about all of this greatest of all time stuff. I watch who's doing what with every different era, and you go on to the next when their time goes, and that's it. But to be perfectly honest with you, we see what Tyson Fury's made of, and like for me, I never saw Tyson Fury the way other people did. And I always said, the dude is good, but he's overrated. And like all of this, he's better than Muhammad Ali, and he'd have been too big for them. Yet he wasn't too big for Alexander Usyk. Make that shit make sense, But as for Anthony Joshua, the respect that I have for AJ is because AJ has always fought the top guys, which is why when a person like Deontay Wilder says he always take the easy fights, and I'm saying, how in the hell could you say some dumb shit like that? And then the fact that your fan base sits there and back you up on that and repeat the same retarded ass claim. AJ still has the best resume in the heavyweight division, period, bar none. Now, being the very best, that has to go to Usyk. I've been saying for the longest, Usyk to me is the best heavyweight out there, and until AJ beats him, I can't say AJ's better than him. You understand what I'm saying? How are you better than someone that you can't beat? So, I know that common sense doesn't resonate with everybody, honestly, logic and reasoning. So I'm already aware of it. That's why I do things the way I do. That's why what I do is really necessary. But at the same time, for people to like say that AJ's finished, he could be. He could be. It just could be that he's not the same guy. Shit happens. It just could be Daniel Dubois just had his number that night. But AJ fought poorly that night. So that's why I said, if his skills are declining, or if it was just one of those nights, I don't know. That's what we want to find out. See, the reason you should go into an immediate rematch is simple. Mentally, you lose to someone, especially the way he lost, it might make him inside want to still fight, but not sure if he can fight Dubois and win. At the same time, fighting someone else and getting confidence depending on if it's a similar type of fighter as Dubois, and he went in and aced that person, that could be a confidence builder. But at the same time, it's like you still lost to Dubois. So there's no, the man's 34 years old now. How many, look, all this tune-up stuff, like by the time you reach Anthony Joshua's age, you should either be polished or either you're on your way out. Like seriously. So the way he fought was so poor that it was just like, damn, AJ, what the hell is going on with you? So this is what I'm saying. I don't know. But I know if he doesn't take this fight with Dubois, that just says he's not confident. What does taking another fight, how does that assure that he's going to come back confident another fight or two? And like I said, Dubois may end up going in there and getting knocked out by someone. Things happen. And then you can look at Dubois going, okay, Dubois is about to become the man. Then all of a sudden, Dubois goes in there and fights someone that you expect, him to annihilate. And then all of a sudden, it's like, damn, what happened? We've seen Dubois already have a shaky fight where he got buzzed by a guy and got dropped several times, took a knee, and was like, what the hell happened? I mean, he got the stoppage, he got the win, and that's what mattered. But that guy wasn't even a well-known guy. So at the end of the day, for AJ, he needs to take that rematch. He really does. And like I said, if he doesn't take it, what's the reason for not taking it? It's obvious if he doesn't take it, he doesn't feel confident. And if he doesn't feel confident, that would mean a different opponent would probably not be another top opponent. You're coming off of someone knocking you out just to fight another top level dude, just to try your hand to see what happens. Now, and if he loses again, what is the chances of him and Dubois having a rematch then? Dubois gets nothing out of it at that point. Because at that point, people are going to definitely say, yeah, AJ should hang it up. So what does Dubois get out of it? And then it's no longer a big fight. AJ stock goes way down. And, you might have the AJ fans that might still be going, yeah, but you just never know. He just might pull it off. And so, we need to see where AJ is, for me, in a rematch with Dubois. You know what I'm saying? It just makes no sense to me. I'm going to turn down the man that beat me to fight a lesser opponent. Think about it. When Deontay Wilder got beat by Joseph Parker, he turned the rematch down. Had no interest in the rematch. And when the contract was offered, it was confirmed by all parties involved that Deontay Wilder was reluctant to sign the contract to fight against Zhang. Which means by the time he made up his mind, it probably was he had to force himself to like, you know what, fuck it, all right, you know what, Zhang it is, fuck it, let's go. And he went in there and he got stopped in the 4th round. So he went from fighting a top level guy to fighting another top level guy, and he got beat both times. You understand what I'm saying? And so he pretty much is in a position of people trying to just hope that he can bounce back some type of way or find that one big fight. I'm not concerned about how much money somebody make. That's their business. My focus is just the fights. And I understand how things work. I understand business. But it's like, that's why I said, everybody was talking about, Deontay should retire. That shit, he's done. That's why I said, well, what the hell would Anthony Joshua gain out of fighting him if that's the case? Then AJ loses, right? So now for AJ, for people to be saying the same thing, and so I'm like, well, if this is a send-off match, yeah. But if this is just like somehow in people's head, this is some big Super Bowl of a boxing match, no. Between two guys that people feel is washed up, then so, nah. And this is what I'm saying. I need to see Anthony Joshua rematch Daniel Dubois. And if he doesn't want to rematch Daniel Dubois, the best thing I would say he do is take some time off and then come back and fight Daniel Dubois. But Daniel's not going to wait for him. So if he's physically okay, he's mentally strong like he say he is, and he got that heart and he's still in good spirits, then there's no reason for him to not take the fight, unless he just doesn't feel confident that he can win. So as far as who wins the rematch, if it happens, I don't know, man. I mean, like I said, if we base it off their last performance, I would have to say Daniel Dubois. And this is where, like for me, it's about show and prove, man. I'm not going to say and make excuses for anybody. That's what far too many people do. They'll sit there and go, oh, well, you got to look at it like this, man. When he fought this guy, well, okay, that has nothing to do. It's like a football team win a championship this year. They win the Super Bowl. That don't mean they're going to win next year. So bring it up 2 years ago when they did it. Okay, so what? So what? They did it then. And guess what? They were the best team then. Okay. That has nothing to do with right now. And it's the same thing in boxing, man. So, yeah, if he... And here's the thing. Should he beat Dubois in the rematch? Is it an immediate third match? Don't know. Is it a rubber match immediately? Don't know. Do Anthony Joshua go on and they try to make that fight with him in Fury or a rematch with Usyk? I don't know. But however it goes, you have to beat the guy that beat you. You want to at least beat the guy that beat you. And there's been guys who lost to certain guys, went on to fight someone else, and ended up winning, becoming champion. That happens. But, as far as, I see AJ. I've never seen AJ stray away from a fight. So we'll see how things go. And I'm going to check this out when I get a chance. I got to go get this workout in, take care of some things, head back to work, and then, I'll see how things go. And so whatever video I make after that will be based on that. So if I don't put something out, more than likely I haven't seen it yet, or could be other things. Could just be super busy. But yeah, I feel like he needs that rematch. Everybody keep talking about, when you look at it and people go, he got plenty of money. Yeah, it's not about the goddamn money. It's about him wanting to be champion again. And for him to do that, well, guess what? The rematch is on the table against a guy who was a champion. Why would he not take it? And that's why I say to people, they got to stop. All the tune-ups are to keep you busy, man. Tune-ups are not... Look, a tune-up, you don't have a tune-up with the guy that's really worthy. A tune-up is just a tune-up to keep you busy, get some rounds in, okay? So you're not sitting back just waiting. That's what a tune-up is for. You don't tune up against a top-level guy. So, I don't believe in this whole mentality of, I have to get my ass whooped, then fight a lesser fighter, then that's going to get my confidence back, to fight the guy that just beat. No. That would be like a high school team, football team win a freaking championship, and then all of a sudden in their minds they think they're ready for the NFL. Nah, you gotta go to play college ball first. Damn, you gonna skip college ball to go play in the NFL, and because you see certain players in basketball get drafted, get picked right out of, grab right out of high school. It's not something that happens often, but it's happened. And these are people that, ended up being great players in the league. But bottom line, it's one of these situations where with boxing, man, at least in football, you have a team, So if you start to slack some, if you got the right chemistry and right team members out there, they can camouflage that. You can still be able to be effective. But in that boxing ring, I don't care how great your coach is. If you can't deliver, then you pretty much are done. And this is where I'm saying I have to see where AJ is. He has to rematch Dubois and beat Dubois. But bottom line, if he went on and fought another top-level guy and won, then we know, okay, he's still here. He's still relevant. But it doesn't mean he can beat Dubois. Like, what if he went and fought Zhang and then he beat Zhang? That doesn't mean he beats Dubois. This is exactly the point what I'm saying about this whole, avoiding this fight, avoiding that fight. I don't understand why people are, if AJ's at the end of his rope type of thing, yeah. So unless they see him like that, okay, I get it. But other than that, to stay away from Dubois, don't take the rematch, and do what? Just hang around and hope for a huge payday, another huge payday against another champion after getting your ass whooped by a champion already? Like, that makes no sense to me. It just makes no sense to me. So like, when I say that about Wilder, trying to keep him in fights that he has the best chance to win, yeah, because Wilder shows he can't compete with the top level dudes. So yeah, let's give him some guys that have respect on their name, that are no longer what they used to be. So if Wilder can get past, if he can't get past those guys, then what the hell? He's done. So if he can get past those guys, he's gonna have to be more active than he's ever been, and he's gonna have to, be consistent. And the thing is with Wilder, if he wins, he's gonna win pretty much the same way that he always does. And if he can't pull that off against these guys, a Dillian White, a Derek Chisora, a Joe Joyce, guys like that who are all up in his age range. Dillian White, just a little bit younger, and then like I said, even finally to get in there with Andy Ruiz. If he can't beat those guys, man, and Andy Ruiz has been slacking. Let's be real. Let's be real. But if he can't beat those guys, what's the purpose? So for AJ, I don't know. Because AJ can fight. So I don't know how much of that was just bad AJ. Like I said, Dubois did what he was supposed to do. Can't take nothing from what he did. But AJ made it super easy the way he fought. So once I see what happens, like if he goes in there against Dubois again and then gets knocked the fuck out, then it's like, okay, if he bounces back and beat another top level guy, okay, good for him. But if he goes in there and gets beat by Dubois again, then it's clear. Okay, I can't beat Dubois. And now for namesake, for the sake of crossing fingers and hoping something happens with Fury or maybe Usyk, I mean, to me, that's just pointless. You don't get the advantage over the guy that beat you just because of popularity. And that's one of the things that I never respected about boxing, man, is like how just because you're more popular than someone else, they're willing to put you in certain fights and not that guy that beat you. Joseph Parker has been slated. Daniel Dubois. See, the thing with Frank Warren, he's not going to allow Daniel Dubois to be overshadowed. And pretty much Tyson Fury, we don't know how much longer he wants to hang around. And Frank Warren, has another heavyweight in the division that's having success right now. So, AJ, I don't know. I can't say where he is right now. Because he fought so poorly. If AJ would have went in there and was fighting his fight, and Dubois, then that's the thing. If he was fighting his fight, I don't see Dubois winning. But if he was doing that and then he lost to Dubois regardless, then, it's one of those things of, okay, he was doing his thing, he got caught with a shot or whatever it may have been, right? But at the same time, then you could look and say, okay, there's no question about it. No, he was giving it his all. He was fighting his fight, looking like AJ, looking like the past. How we've been seeing him look lately, and then all of a sudden, Dubois just caught him. But for it to be a situation where for him to fight poor like that, it's like someone of his stature should know better and shouldn't have that kind of performance, man. But shit happens. We'll see. And I haven't heard anything from AJ other than the video where he was just thanking people for being, that's been by his side all this time and saying he was in good spirits and all of that. I don't know, y'all. We don't know. But that's my thing. I know there's no way in hell for me to feel like to lose to somebody and then feel like I don't want to fight that person again. Nah. Somebody told me, yeah, but you never lost, so you don't know what it feel like. I don't have to fucking know what it feel like. I've lost at something in my life, and I knew what it felt like to get some payback. So come on, man. Seriously, you don't just lose and then feel like it's no big deal. He won, so what? I'll fight somebody else. As for Daniel Dubois, I'm pretty sure to keep active, and he feel like he has AJ's number. He feel like he's better than AJ. So for him, he beats AJ twice. Come on, man. Like seriously, like right now, he don't have to fight AJ again. Now he doesn't have to, but why not? And I'm pretty sure for him, he want a rematch with Usyk. I'm pretty sure he wants a rematch with Usyk. Does he get it? I don't know. Don't know how long Usyk want to stick around. Usyk's already 38 years old, so we'll see. But I think he should take that rematch, because he'll become a coward in terms of rematching Dubois. The longer it goes, when you got to force yourself to do something, it doesn't go your way. Take the rematch. Win, lose, or draw. You'll know where you stand, more importantly. If he wins the rematch, then he's right back in the saddle. Like, okay, he beat Dubois. Dubois beat him, now he beat Dubois. And that's boxing, y'all. Everybody's not going to retire undefeated. It is what it is. Talk to me in the comment section. AJ, Dubois, rematch. We trying to figure out where AJ stands right now. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.